Hey y'all. So I want to make this video because I was talking to someone today, and she really let me know that the Lord was speaking to me when I came to her. She confirmed that. And so I seen this babe, this was, she said she was a babe. And I seen this babe on one of these legalist channels. And because I've kind of already, you know, once I usually, when I say something, I don't usually repeat myself. These people are, they're what they want to be. So I see her and she's in fear. And I go over to her channel to try to find and her channel looks like my son's channel. I have a 17-year-old son, you guys. He'll be 17 in May. And I'm thinking, oh wow, this person might be a babe, like a real baby to me. 16, 17. I don't know how old she is. Didn't ask. And but her channel looks like my son's YouTube channel. And I said, Lord, I don't really want to say nothing, but I don't want her to be in fear. Send somebody to talk to her. The Lord told me to do it. And I did. I spoke to her. I said, sweetheart, you're okay. You're saved. You can't be plucked out of the hands of Jesus. Basically, you know what she said to me? She said, thank you. Because I prayed. And I prayed about this particular thing. And also, she said, and the Lord sent you to answer for me. And the Lord's quite capable of doing whatever he wants to and getting whatever message he needs to a person. But keep in mind, you guys, this person was a babe, and this person said that, I'm still learning discernment. And not only this person said, the Lord gives me dreams and such and such and such and such. And I had a dream about this particular person that I was praying about and whether or not I should listen to them. And the Lord gave me a message to give them. And I was wondering why. She's questioning why. And I can't put words in her mouth and saying whether or not it was from the Lord or whether or not she moved too fast. I say all that to say this. I myself, when I totally surrendered to the Lord and got baptized with the Holy Spirit, I had for a few weeks, a couple of weeks, been fasting and praying, and I asked the Lord, let me know who is for me and who is against me, not knowing that I was asking for discernment. And my dreams and visions started immediately. And actually, they started with him giving me an open vision / trance. Fast forwarding, I've had about 15 dreams of about 7 people here on YouTube. And I picked one of them out. And I could have picked the other one out. But I didn't even go see if this person's still on YouTube. And I'm going to use the person. The one person was about to be attacked, and I had the dream that night, and that person took down their channel the next day because they said that they were tired and they were drained, and they were tackling some pretty heavy stuff and coming directly up against Satanists. So that person took a break. And I could name his channel, but I'm not going to name his channel. It's a pretty large channel. And I messaged him and he said, thank you. Didn't know that he had planned to take a break. Um, and it was necessary for him to get back um, and just refresh himself and let the Lord um, recharge him. Um, and another person who I could mention, you guys probably all know, um, it was an edifying, it was an encouraging thing for him. Um, Another person, I wasn't able to contact them, but after several months, I was able to let them know, and it wasn't a bad thing, but the Lord was showing me um, that He was drawing them, He was trying to teach them. And after months, and after, they went through what they went through, we spoke, and I said, by the way, da 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 da, glad to see you back. And for a final example, because this is important, and if I feel led to, this is important because it's an example that's already on my channel, so I will use it. Maybe it's important. The Lord gave me a dream about a sister, and I can't say she's a sister. Hopefully she is now. But at the time, the Lord showed me specifically the Pirates versus the Cubs. And it wasn't until I got my first confirmation that I even picked the dream out. No. Yeah. I don't think I picked the dream out until I started getting the first confirmation of that particular dream. And I went through it step by step like I usually do with all my dreams and visions. Just because it's about a person doesn't make it any different. So people see hard copies of the things that the Lord's showing me. And they can go back into the dream and know that, it's not just made up stuff. So he showed me, a pirate is a person that steals, you know, treasures. Or a pirate is a person in the sense of piracy. They're using, in this case, they stole the Lord's words and was using it for them, for their glory. And I feel like the Lord took a personal issue with that. I'm sure. Okay? And it was bringing fear to the babes. Okay, this was a 9-part video. And so not only did he show me that this person was teaching a false gospel, they were saying, you're blaspheming me when you, like this person was saying that we were blaspheming them, saying that because we didn't agree with them. Totally taking scriptures and for real, using it for their own self-righteous glorification. I had like 3 separate dreams about this particular person. I may have put them all out, but I think I only put out 2 of the 3. And with confirmations. Um, Not only that, this person was teaching that the Holy Spirit was a female. Not only that, they said that the Lord told them that when He comes for the rapture and the trumpet sounds, everybody needs to fall down on their knees and say, Yeshua HaMashiach. Or else, basically, you're not going to get in. People were scared. People who weren't saved were being led astray. Um, this is when I started, the Lord led me to teach on. This is usually not, this is not the only case in which He will lead me to teach on. Um, but He led me, it took days sometimes for some of these videos. Gnosticism, um, uh, the Deuterocanonical books, the Pseudepigrapha, um, the Goddess of Wisdom, Sophia, the Queen of Heaven, Jeremiah 44, the Hebrew roots, you name it, all that. And the teachings that I felt led to teach on, things I had no idea that even existed. And that's why YouTube is so dangerous, because you just don't know. You need a good recommendation for a teacher, or I don't even suggest that babes are on YouTube. That's why I try to be very careful on what I say, because I do have younger teenagers watch my channel. Okay, and if I put out something simple, like I put out the simple video, Who Will Go to Heaven, that's specifically for the babes, so they can, that's milk to some of us. I mean, that's meat to some of us, but to some of them, that's milk. The simplicity of the gospel. And that might help someone. So, if anyone ever sees me put out a video of a dream of someone, first of all, know that I have confirmation on that. Second of all, know that usually it's the Lord showed me that this person is a wolf in sheep's clothing and not our brother and sister. And 9 times out of 10, I've gone to this person directly, as many others have probably also done, to try to correct them. So it is a danger in allowing false teachings from large channels. It affects people's, it's a salvation issue. And I really don't like to put it, I don't like to put stuff like that out. The Lord, as a matter of fact, when I had that dream about that particular person, it had been well over a year. I said, Lord, it's going to have to be you to show me and tell me to do anything. And it took a year. I want to say at least 6 months, but I want to say a year, because I left it up to Him. And He told me to do it, and I have to be obedient in things that He tells me to do. I had no idea the heresy that was coming out of this person's mouth until I researched every single little topic. And just, it was incredible. And now people have whatever little bit of teaching, because I'm not the only person on YouTube. They have that little bit of a reference of what's wrong, so they know what to look for, not only in that individual, but as they may be looking on YouTube for teachers. Okay, so I don't want anyone to be discouraged. If that's your gifting, and you know that the Lord speaks to you, I've only had one. If I had to go back, I could probably go back and maybe look for some. I personally only have one prophecy video, and that was about Obama, that I felt necessary to take down, because I thought that I missed God. But months later, maybe even a year later, to the date or something, I brought that same vision. It was a close-eyed vision of Obama up because I didn't miss God. I missed his timing. And with prophecy, if that's not your calling and you don't know how to hear from God, if you don't know how to hear from God and that's not your gifting, then no, we shouldn't just be, um, we have to be careful and you need to seek the Lord and so on and so forth. But that's my gifting. And I really felt, I said, you guys, I don't know. I don't know. It wasn't, I took the video down, said, I have to take this video down, da 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 da. Then a year later, the Lord just showed me it was his timing. I didn't miss him. It's just his timing. I missed his timing. So I do take things like that into consideration, especially when I have a dream about people. But the Lord is exposing false teachers. And I personally, I'm very, I don't say, thus saith the Lord. I'm very careful because I fear God. The only thing I fear in this earth and on in all eternity is God. It's not too much that I'm afraid of. But I do use wisdom and I do use discernment and I do use compassion. I do use love. But if the Lord tells me to do something, I do it. And we're in the last days and people are being led astray. So, with God's mouthpiece, I have to do what he tells me to do. And I have to say what he tells me to say. And I just don't blurt out everything that he tells me. Sometimes I seek him once, twice, and thrice about a particular thing just to make sure. That's what we should do. I just wanted to share that. Thank God the Lord is using, not just me, others, to pull these babes away from these people that some may be saved and have gone astray, but some of them are straight wolves, and we need to be vigilant and watching. Okay, it's getting serious, you guys. Okay, you guys, especially here on YouTube, it's a hot mess, and just try to look out for the babes. Try to look out for the babes, you guys. Try to look out for the babes. And try to get them out of fear and let them know that their salvation is secure in Christ. Okay? God bless y'all. Y'all have a good night.